one right down the middle. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Remigio with the return. And he doesn't get very far, just beyond the 5-yard line.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you can give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
First and 10 from the 32.
32-yard line.
Here we go. Go. 18. What's up? Hey, uno.
To the air, Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
First down. First and 10.
Stroud throwing here on first. Oh no, they get him yet again. Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs get it back after making their third first-half interception. Here's first and 10 from the 47.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Attack! Come back!
Here's Mahomes. Buying some time right. Chucks this one deep down the right sideline. This is caught inside the 15. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. So not just the yardage, Brock, but the illegal forward pass also costs them the down. It's 2nd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Third and long for him here. Completes this one to Gray. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone in the line.
It's 4th down.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. All right, whistles. They've got a timeout. 7 seconds to go in this half. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they could try for some points going into the break. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Up and good from Fairbairn. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
Chiefs 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Play.
Throwing is Stroud. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to attain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down.
All right. 18. Outside.
From the gun, Stroud. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
18. Outside.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
18. Outside.
Stroud going to go for it. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the 2nd half. You have all that data from the 1st half. You take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the 2nd.
Working quickly here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. Dose of the hurry up here.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
It's Pacheco on 3rd. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. And that brings up 4th down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes to throw for it. He finds Worthy, complete. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs start the 2nd half with some needed points. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's down to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
19. Chiefs 15. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So 1st down from the 41. staying between the tackles with Mixon. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Shotgun now for Stroud. And down he goes. The Chiefs got to him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
On 3rd and long, it's Stroud. Barrios makes the catch. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Escapes the pocket. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Mixon goes up and over for the touchdown. The Texans lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Remigio with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. And downfield, he's got it. It's Worthy. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Hey, 43, 43. Come back.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Yellow. Attack.
And they just get the play off. And it is incomplete. Went big on the final play of our 3rd quarter. And nothing comes from it as we hit the break. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. Well, that's not what the offense styled up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or side.
And they pick him off again! Azeez Al-Shire has it! And the Texans have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Try getting it to Nico Collins. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Maintain. That's it.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Ooh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans have likely locked up the win right there. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Fairbairn now for the PAT. He's good on the extra point effort. And the Texans push their lead to 18.
33. Chiefs 15. Fairbairn at the kickoff.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Runs around him, he's got space. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. First down throw, Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
Attack! 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Falcon isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down. Working quickly here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they pick him off again! Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Texans take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 118. What's up?
Now begin with a run by Mixon. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Texans can rest easy with a 3-score lead. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go. 118. What's up? Go. 19 Texans.
Design bootleg here. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those true throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. He's going to push one deep down the right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended target. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Stroud gonna go on 4th down. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked up by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs steal it away with their 6th total interception of this contest. 1st down from the 42.
Result of the play is a turnover.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Texans have it again after yet another interception.
At their own 19-yard line.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Wanting to start the drive with Mixon. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice, quick correction for this front block. Give up the big play, and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Here we go. 18. What's that? Two J.
Throw here, third down. He throws a bullet deep to the right. Big gain downfield. And they are all the way into that red zone. Hurry this to the line.
65 yards is the gain on the play. And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Catch is made, but he is out of the back of the end zone. Could not get his feet down, partner. This one's going to end up incomplete.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
Robin. Hey, south.
They're going to pass it here. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans put up even more points in a win. So an exclamation point there.